Hello all. In this video, we will be discussing about creating a cloud SQL instance in MySQL and creating a database in that and doing basic SQL operations, SQL operations. So the name of the lab is Cloud SQL for MySQL. Quick start. So let's start the lab. Open console in incognito window. Agree terms and conditions. And click on start. So here we are creating a cloud SQL instance, then connecting that instance to the to the cloud shell and creating a database, uploading data and performing a few basic SQL operations. So in this page, we don't have anything much to do. So go to the next page. Now here we start with the task. So if you check your task, you have two tasks. One is to create SQL instance and the other one is to create a database. So these are the main tasks which is giving you the points. So now, let's start. So we need to check the navigation menu and click on Cloud SQL. So go to navigation menu, click on Cloud SQL. Here, when you scroll down the page, you have to scroll down the page. Here also you have one, don't click that. Scroll down the page. Here you will find create instance. Click that. Now you are given different database engines, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and SQL Server. So we are creating it on MySQL. So we need to create an instance in the MySQL engine. So click on choose MySQL. Now we need to choose. Now we need to choose a Cloud SQL edition. In that, you click on the Enterprise edition. Click on the Enterprise edition. Then we have the preset here. So for the preset, select Enterprise. Select Enterprise. In the preset, you have to choose development. In the preset, we need to choose development. Then we need to select MySQL 8. So in the database version, we need to select MySQL 8. Here it is 8.4. Click on it. You will get MySQL 8. Then enter the instance ID as my instance. So here you have the instance ID. Copy this my instance and paste it here. Next, we need to generate the password. So here you be very careful. The system itself is generating a password. You need not create any password on your own. Don't create a password on your own. You have to take the password which is generated by the system, and that password you need to save it in. You need to save it in a notepad. Okay, so click on generate password. So here a password is displayed. You show the password, copy that and paste it in a notepad. Okay, so this password we will be using in the next section. Okay, so you should not create a password of your own. You have to use the system generated password. Next is we need to choose the region and zone. For that, we have to, in this, for me, it is given as US East 1. So this it is by default selected as US East 1. Next, we need to select multi-zones, highly available primary zone. So here we have two zones, single and multiple. We need to select multi-zones, multiple zones, and in that we need to select US East 1C. So that will be, so you check in your system what is the value given, select that particular zone. So in this, select the primary zone as US East 1C. Next, click on create instance. So these values will vary for each individual. So you give the value which is displayed in your contents. So click on instruction, create instance. This will take some time to create. Only after this is created will you be able to link your shell to, or you can connect your shell to this instance. So if it is, so you will get a green check here. A green check will be obtained here. Only then it, and we should understand that the instance is created. So wait until that instance is created. Now in the next, now we have to check my progress. So after creating the instance, we need to click on cloud instance and SQL overview page. So we can check the progress also. We can check your progress. So since this is not yet created, it won't be displayed over there, over this SQL overview page. So just wait until this instance is created. By then, we can check your progress. So when you come here, check your progress. See, we got 50 points. A cloud instance is created and we got 50 points. So let's wait until this instance is created. By then, let us open the shell. So now we need to connect this instance which is created now to the cloud shell. Okay, so open your cloud shell. You must wait until this, you get a green check here. Continue. Okay, so here I have to connect to my SQL in SQL instance. Okay, so my instance is, I'm connecting this instance which is there in which is created now to the shell. Okay, so run that command. Now it will ask a password. When you have to enter the password which you have created, the system generated password which we saved into the notepad should be entered here. So when we paste it here, it will not display anything. Just paste it and press enter. So I got an error saying that lost connection to MySQL. That is because it is still creating. This instance is not yet created. That is why we are getting that error. So just go to the console. Just refresh and see if it is created or not. It's not yet created. So as long as this is not created, we won't be able to connect to the MySQL server. See, if you check here also, you can find the instance is being updated. See here also, if you go to cloud Cloud SQL instances. Here also you will be able to see your instance created. So that instance is not yet created. So until that instance get created, only after that instance is created can we connect our our shell to the instance. Yeah, we got it created. See, now I got a green check here. So now I can try to connect my shell to the, so run that command once again. So copy this command. This is the command to connect the shell prompt to your cloud instance. So copy this command and run it here again. So it will ask you the password. Now this password is the system generated password, which we already saved in the notepad. When we paste it, it will not display anything. Just press enter. So now you will find a MySQL prompt here, MySQL prompt. So this indicates that the instance and shell are connected. Now you can run the SQL commands here. So first we are creating a database named as guestbook in the instance, in the cloud instance. So the SQL command to create a database is create database, and guestbook is the name of the database which has been created. So click copy that command and paste it here. So it shows query OK, one row affected. So this shows that we have created a database. Now we can, second task is over. So you can go and check your progress. So I got both my progress. I got my 100 points. Now with this, the task is actually over, but we have some more commands to run. So by this we will get 100 points. Now after that we can run some basic SQL commands in this database. Now we have created a database. In that database we are adding a table, or we are creating a table in the database. So for that, the commands, this is the command. So copy that command and paste it here. So we have already created a database named as guestbook. We are using that database to place a table in, to create a table in it. So the SQL command to create a table is create table. We are creating a table named as entries with columns guest name, this guest name will take characters, where char is a data type in SQL. So varchar is a data type. So we are creating a column named as guest name, whose data type is varchar, and it can take up to 255 elements. Then another column named as content, whose data type is again varchar. Next we have entry ID. So this entry ID's data type is int. It should not be null. Not null is a constraint to enabled in this for this column, which doesn't allow to keep any null value for this entry ID. And you are setting auto increment property so that every value will keep increasing. And this is the primary key for this table. So this primary key is the one which is used to uniquely identify any rows. Okay, so we have created a table named as entries. Next, into this table named as entries, we are inserting a row. So we are inserting a single row. Okay, we are inserting a single row. No, I think we are inserting two rows. We have two insert into statements. So we are inserting two rows. So insert into entries. Entries is our table name. In that we are into guest name and content. Into these two values, we are inserting the first guest and I got here. And in the second in the second row, we are entering two values, second guest and me too. Okay, so we will now these tables are being created. Okay, so two rows are created, one with first guest and I got here value, and in the second one we have second guest and me too value. Now we need to display the contents of the table. So for that we use the select statement. So copy paste select statement. So we have a table created. It had three columns: guest name, content, and entry ID. The name of this table is entries. The name of the table is entries. It is having three columns: guest name, content, and entry ID. And the first row is first guest I got here, and whose entry ID is 1. Second row is second guest, me too, and entry ID is 2. So we have created a table in SQL, in MySQL, using SQL command. So that's all for in this lab. So here we have created a cloud instance in MySQL, and we have connected that instance to shell, and through shell we have created a table in that cloud instance and entered some values into it. Okay, so this is all for that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.